So, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Dr. Joshua Aura. I'm a member of ICPAK, a member of ACCA. And most importantly, I teach accountants. And I've taught so many accountants who have ended up becoming members of ICPAK. So this time round, as matters regards ICPAK, what we are doing, we are giving you a platform. A platform that aspiring candidates of ICPAK Council positions should be able to come and address members of ICPAK. And to get us started is CPA Mary Mwaki, and basically it will be a very easy interview, maximum 30 minutes. Please start counting. 30 minutes, you know, when I say it is 30 minutes, that will be it. 30 minutes maximum. So CPA Mary Mwaki, please feel easy. You're at home.
Thank you.
These are members that you are endeavoring to go and serve. So there is nobody who is here to harass anybody. So this will be quite an easy interview.
Yes.
And I would want you to take a few minutes, first of all, to introduce yourself.
Thank you. Thank you, Daktari. My name is CPA Mary Mwaki Masinde, a wife and a mother. I hold an MBA in finance and a bachelor's degree in finance. I'm also pursuing a PhD in finance at the Jomo Kenyatta University of Science and Technology. I am a financial practitioner working with the NGCDF board as a fund account manager.
Have you finished your coursework in PhD?
Thank you, Daktari. I have finished my coursework in PhD. I'm pursuing the research.
Ah, great.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Now you are aspiring to join the council, ICPAK Council. What problem in ICPAK are you most determined to fix?
Most members will agree with me that there have been a growing disconnect between ICPAK and its members. Most members have been feeling that whatever we give to the Institute may not be commensurate to what the Institute gives back. We have been feeling that the voice of the member is not so much represented at the Institute. I'm coming to you to solve the problem of this disconnect.
Previously, there are some members in the council that we have been able to support. And when they get to the council, they again disconnect from ourselves. Why should members who are here today trust you with their vote, CPA Mary Mwaki?
Thank you, Daktari, for your question. I want to say here and now that I have been serving the Institute. I don't want to begin serving the Institute. I have been serving the Institute the last 12 years. I've served as a youth representative, I've served as a gender representative, and I wish to continue serving now at a higher level at the Institute. I want to bring a new face to the Institute. I've served at different levels, the lower levels. I have understood the problems of members. So I am a member who is tried and tested. I will serve the Institute with diligence.
Then we should be able to get back to the real goods and continue with the interview. CPA Mary Mwaki, I listened to your manifesto launch. I never came there in person, but I was able to follow online. And you introduced CALM very nicely. And I remember the first C stood for credibility, which you really emphasized. You emphasized that credibility is the currency of our profession. So first of all, I would want to know what threatens it most.
The perception that members have been able to feel. Members of the public are big perception that we are not getting sufficient value for membership. Optimality. What can the Institute offer so that the member should feel that he's valued? So when members start to question the value of the engagement, it weakens the engagement, it reduces trust, erodes the credibility.
So what you are basically saying is that for us to be credible as an institute, we need
must be
to
trusted.
Yes,
We
by
must be
serving
trusted.
members very well.
And members must perceive trust.
Great. So beyond that, what are the other key threats to ourselves as members of the institute?
Well, threats like weak enforcement of ethical standards, inconsistency in quality enforcement, inconsistency in professional practice. We need to have key KPIs that members will look at. We need to have perception that the accountants are not transactional, just transactional. They should be strategic advisors.
Okay.
They should be perceived to be strategic advisors.
Now, enforcement has always been a challenge. What will you do differently? Enforcement in terms of disciplinary matters. If you get into the council, through advocacy, of course,
Yes.
what will you be able to do differently, CPA Mary?
They've already been formulated. So we are just talking about enforcement. We need to move from theory action to enforcement at the institute. We need to move from theory action. I will advocate for faster disciplinary processes, strengthen audit quality reviews, invest in ethical trainings, so that we may put the institute in a trusted position the way it should be.
Okay. I like the fact that you have said that accountants should no longer be seen to be transactional. We should be trusted strategic advisors.
Yes, yes.
How do we then reposition accountants as trusted advisors?
Like I said, we need to advocate for stronger disciplinary actions, faster disciplinary processes, strengthen audit quality reviews, and invest in ethical trainings for our members.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. So again, I would want in this case here to pause a little bit and ask for any questions from the members. Before we continue with our interview, I would want to take 3 questions from the members here. We address them and then we continue. Yeah. So any 3 great questions there. Additionally, what do you think? I think I'm also, yeah. Additionally, what do you think might give you a real challenge to achieve them? So the 2 low-hanging fruits that you will be able to achieve once you get into ICPAK.
Number 1 is change of many policies. Number 2 is implementation of policies that are already in existence, that are just lacking full implementation.
So,
However, I will work with the relevant bodies that are already established. ICPAK is an established body. I will work with the relevant bodies to fix the problems that are existing, the gap that is existing between the member and the institute, to fix the problems of the members.
okay.
Yes.
Great. PS Justas Mwanthi is asking how you perceive the cost of the annual seminars. And if they are very high, do you have intentions of advocating for them to be brought down?
I will answer that. Annual seminars, not only just annual seminars, but CPD programs of the institute have been generally perceived expensive. I'll give credit to the institute for diversification of programs. The institute has diversified programs, and at least many members can access programs, CPD programs. However, the institute can leverage on the numbers to bring in more revenues. If the institute reduces the CPD programs, then all CPAs who are members of the institute are compliant. Then the institute can bring in more revenue. Then we can leverage on economies of scale and reduce the CPD programs. Yes.
Great. So before I take you your next questions, there's a question there. I would want to go to my 8th question. You know, I've been asking so many questions. Yeah, now I'm on my 8th question, and we are almost finishing here. Is ICPAK ahead or behind in preparing members for the future? Yes, CPA.
Yes. ICPAK is okay in preparing its members for the future. However, in my advancement agenda, I said we will leverage more on the changing technology so that we will have members keeping up with the change in technology and not following. ICPAK has done good, but it has not done good enough. We have made progress, but is the progress good enough? We have aligned the institute to the institute of the profession globally, but we can do more. We can accelerate our adaptation and remain relevant.
Thank you so much. Now, as somebody alluded earlier on, that CPDs are very expensive. Because this is something that touches on my accountants, most of you of whom are quite youthful, very young. I would want us to ask this question to you very specifically. CPDs are expensive and sometimes not practical. What changes will you implement, CPA Mary?
Thank you so much, Dr. Once I get to the institute, we need to redesign our CPD programs, make them more affordable, flexible, and practical. We can introduce short courses which are targeting diverse groups in the institute. We can leverage on what we have to reduce the CPD programs, to reduce the cost of the CPD programs. We can do decentralization. Like CPDs in the branch are not as expensive as CPDs at the main ICPAK body. So decentralization.
Okay.
Major decentralization.
Okay, and
yes,
then of
will
course,
make our CPD programs affordable.
Variety.
Yes.
How about this issue of practical? Because at the end of the day, we have always gotten accountants who have been in the industry for 3 years, 5 years, bring them at the workplace, ask them to do financial reports, and then you realize that some of them are not good in the basic entries like double entry. They can't take you through the entire cycle. So it means, of course, as colleges maybe, we had a problem of training these accountants. But as ICPAK, when you get into the council, CPA Mary, what shall you advocate for? What shall you do to ensure that the trainings over there will be very practical and, of course, affordable?
Dr. Haven't you ever attended an ICPAK workshop and you find there's a lecturer or a service provider whose content is disconnect to the main topic? You'll find sometimes, not all the times, CPD programs have been thrown. You are attending and you find there's a disconnect between the knowledge that the members wanted and the service provider. So we need to create structured career pathways. The mentorship programs should be clear and specialized. We need to ask the institute to invest in bringing in credible trainers.
Okay.
Once this is done, then we'll be sure of the content that is being fed to our members.
All right. Yes. Thank you so much. And I'm counting my questions. I'll always keep on counting them because I assured you that we shall be away from this place in the next 30 minutes, not next, we have already done about 20. So yes. Next 10 minutes, right? Yeah. So now I'm on my 11th question. Yeah. Should ICPAK play a role in job placement? Remember, there are so many accountants who are crying outside here that they've got no jobs. So the question to you, CPA Mary, should ICPAK play a role in job placement?
Yes, absolutely yes. ICPAK should be the connector between the jobs and the young CPAs who are leaving the institutions. It should be the one linking the members to job opportunities. I know there is that program which has been started, but we need to put emphasis so that this happens. There are more accountants who are jobless, whose jobs can be created by the institute. Like, for example, How many jobs are there that belong to accountants that are being done by members who are belong to bodies that are unregulated, which can be reclaimed and done by the CPAs? So ICPAK, the body, can be a good connector between CPAs who are jobless and the job opportunities.
Thank you so much. Under your calm L, L stands for leadership, influence, and policy. So then what policy would you influence immediately you join the council, CPA Mary?
Thank you, Director. The biggest noise we are having today is the tax policy. I believe the Institute should catch the bull by its horns and tackle the tax policy. Apart from that, also the PFM Act. It has been, it's long since it was last amended. And the last amendment was not so appreciated by the members. So those two, the tax policy and the financial management reforms.
Thank you so much. Those are great policies that we would want to see. Then you are advocating for us to have more visibility in this taxation space. Now, does ICPAK really have enough influence today? Before you answer that, look at, for example, some jobs that for sure we know that these jobs here belong to accountants, like now, counting of votes. How should we have like the chairman of IBC being a lawyer? Don't you think that they're biting more from us as accountants? So the question is, does ICPAK have enough influence today?
Thank you, Dr. When we started, I said ICPAK needs to have a bigger voice than the existing voice. We need the Institute to be more proactive rather than reactive. We need to pass policies and not have them passed so that we react on the past policies. So yes, ICPAK has influence, but it can do more.
How do you balance independence and the collaboration with government? How will you balance independence and the collaboration with government?
Thank you, Dr. Like we said, we need to remain credible in our profession. It is like auditing. ICPAK needs to maintain independence. Its independence. So where necessary, we need to collaborate with the government. However, we should not find ourselves being compromised. We should remain principles as ICPAK. We should remain as principles as the credibility, with the credibility that is required at the profession.
All right.
Yes. Our role is to guide as ICPAK. Is to guide, not to conform.
Okay.
Yes.
I love that. Now, you know, I've been in this field of teaching for so many years. I've taught at RCM, universities like JKUAT, Daystar, etc. for many years. So I'm dealing with those accountants at this entry level when they are simply entering ICPAK. And for sure there is a disconnect between them and the workplaces. So then I would want in this case here to ask you, CPA Mary Mwaki, how will you be able to help these young people? How is your mentorship model looking like in your mind? Once you join over there, how will you be able to pick this great subject about growing the young accountants to become full accountants?
Thank you, Dr. Like I said, ICPAK has got already existing mentorship programs that are initiated to mentor the young accountants and match them job providers. The young accountants who graduate from institutions are not aware. Most of them are not aware. They don't know. We need to sensitize the members about these mentorship programs and try to pair professionals with these young accountants who are coming from accounting institutions.
All right.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And I can see so many great questions that are coming by.
We have seen lawyers, just before you continue.
Yes.
We have seen lawyers, those reputable lawyers, at least they are made to mentor young lawyers who are coming from the university. You'll find there is a pupillage program. Every law firm should have pupillage programs. For a law firm, for a lawyer to be considered credible, you'll find that he has to mentor a certain number of young lawyers before he is considered credible. Same should happen with our institute. Yes, practitioners should be made to pick up young accountants and mentor them.
Thank you so much.
And we can give them credit as per the number of accountants that they have mentored. Yes, yes.
Now we go to M.
Yes.
M, of course, is about
Member value.
member value.
Yes, yes.
You can see I've mastered the acronym letters, right?
Yes, yes.
Member value. And this is the real test. Because there are some of the members of ICPAK who talk to us and they feel really that it's like they're not getting value. Of course, some of us, and that is why I always keep on telling my students that once you clear your CPA, join ICPAK. There is quite a lot you'll be able to pick from ICPAK. There are real benefits over there. However, CPA Mary, once you join the council, we expect you to really keep on fighting for the members. What do we expect to see changing in ICPAK in your first 6 months of being at the council?
Thank you, Daktari. As I said, no member of ICPAK should feel left out by the institute. Not a young ICPAK member, not an old ICPAK member. From the graduates of the institute to the retirees, we need to feel included. So my agenda is inclusivity across the board. So students who are coming from institutions and those ones, members of ICPAK who have retired, they should feel included by the institute. Is what we are giving to the institute commensurate to what we are receiving from the institute? And that is my CAM agenda.
Okay.
My CAM agenda has come with promises that when I get into the institute, we will offer all members inclusivity. The young members will be matched to upcoming jobs. The old members will be given a I'll work with the relevant policies that are existing in the institute to create a way that members who have retired will have an insurance policy, a negotiated policy that they can afford to pay for them to get medical services. I will also work with the relevant policies to offer education policy to orphans of ICPAK members who have died.
Okay.
Yes. I will give you a story, my story. My father died when I was 17 years old. I was had not cleared even school. If I did not get a husband who took me to school and took me to where I have reached, I would have as well dropped from school and forgotten about education. But I was lucky I got married early. I got a husband who took me through school. And now I am here. Many ICPAK orphans may not be as lucky as I was. So most of them right now, when their parents die, if there is no other solution, they'll drop off from the institutions. We can have a policy that can leverage on excesses that we have in ICPAK. Just a small percentage from the surplus to be used to beef up the education fund for the orphans of ICPAK members who get deceased.
Wow, great. That's really good. So now I'm on my question 21. Yes. All right. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are doing very well, and I'm noting all the questions which are coming up. Now, you told us that you were at the grassroots, Western Branch.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
What did grassroots leadership teach you most?
Thank you, Daktari. I will tell you, real impact starts with listening to members. So at the grassroots, I served for 12 years. The problems of the members begin from the grassroots. We need to listen, perceive, and now look for solutions. So the real impact starts with listening.
Okay.
Listening to our members. Members want to be heard.
Members want to be heard.
Yes,
I
yes.
love that.
Yes.
Why is now the right time for you to join the council?
The urge to serve our members. The urge to fill the gap that is existing between the institute and the member.
Okay.
Yes.
Great. Now, once you join, how will members hold you accountable, especially for the promises you are making?
I want to say this. You don't want to get into the institute and stay for 3 years and come out to be asked what you have been doing. We will keep engaging with our members once I'm in the council. If you are not at a table, then you are on the menu. You don't want to be the menu. Mm-hmm. You want to be at a table that makes policies and implements policies.
All right. So, of course, once you join the council, here you will be in the council, and we, other CPA ICPAK members, will be a little bit disjointed. There'll be always a disjoint a little bit. Yeah, because you can't tell me that today you'll start fighting for the members and achieve all your fights. Now, CPA Mary,
yes,
what is that one unpopular decision you're willing to make at the council?
Thank you, Daktari. The one unpopular decision that I will make is I have already spoken and I've said that if we get more revenue, if all the members remain compliant, then ICPAK will make more money. We will leverage on economies of scale and reduce the CPD.
Okay.
Yes.
Very good. So
yes.
Only one point which she is willing in this case here to become unpopular at the board level is to ensure that the CPD points are, not points, but fees is
yes.
reduced. I want to ask for another favor.
The cost of the CPD programs
has to go down.
Yes,
I want to ask in this case here for another favor. Which favor is this? My young accountants, I'm always with these young accountants. They can't afford Kenya shillings 27,000 to join ICPAK. Are you willing to also negotiate, advocate for a reduced registration fees?
Thank you, Daktari. It is a common question which has been asked. How does the institute expect a person who has just cleared college to afford 27,000? During my tenure, during my time at the council, once we have mentored accountants, matched them to employers, we will persuade employers to pay for them. We will, like I said, leverage with the economies of scale to reduce the fees. Number one, if there is enough revenue at the institute, then there is no reason why entry to ICPAK membership should be made such expensive. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much. Now, in this case here from 𝗠𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗥𝗬, what will you do differently when it comes to accountants' pay? That accountants are really, really underpaid. Look at some of the advertisements we normally see on the papers. You get so many qualifications being asked for, BCom, CPAK, blah, 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 and also detailed activities to be done by these accountants, but the salary offered down there is Kenya shillings 30,000. So CPA 𝗠𝗪𝗥𝗬𝗥𝗬 is asking, what will you do differently when it comes to the accountant's pay, which is below the par compared to other professions?
Once the Accountants Act is amended, this question will be answered. The policies are in place, but we just need an amendment. Once the Accountant Act is amended, we will pass the policies that the institute will speak for the member. Like accountants have been able to align the payments. Yes.
Okay.
The lawyers have been able to align the payments for their lawyers. The accountants can do the same.
All right. So through advocacy, you are promising you'll be at the forefront to ensure that you are also able to get some scales. All right. Great questions are coming over there. Now, Mary, remember you are in a race. There are three. Here we don't talk of like fewer horses. There are three horses which are really fighting for this one position. If you don't win, what happens?
Daktari, I am already serving the institute at my level. If I win, I will serve the institute at a higher level. However, if I don't win, I will still serve the institute at the level where I will be.
All right.
Yes.
Now we get to almost closure by getting to what we call rapid fire questions. Just to guide you, rapid fire questions means that you can only give me one word. Yeah, only one word. If you give me two word answers, then you fail in those rapid questions. So I start. One word for ICPAK today.
Evolving.
Evolving.
Yes,
Okay. Second question. One word about ICPAK in 5 years if you will be in the council.
Empowered.
Empowered. Okay. Now, we have many disciplines in terms of practice. Audit, tax, or advisory for you?
All the three.
All the three.
Yes.
All right. AI, is it a threat or an opportunity?
Opportunity.
Opportunity. Thank you so much. The last question under the rapid fire. What is that one book every CPA should read?
There's a book called The Trusted Advisor.
Trusted Advisor.
Yes.
Should you win CPA Mary, what legacy do you want to leave behind at ICPAK?
Members, should I win, I need to be held responsible for my agenda, the calm agenda. Yes.
All right. So that is quite an important and a great legacy, especially if you understand what calm agenda stands for in full.
Yes.
Now, let me read in this case here a few questions from the members who are here, because now we are on our last lap. And I'm so happy because I can see some members saying, we are enjoying, which is good.
Thank you.
That's really good. CPA Valentine is saying all the best, CPA Mary Mwaki. What about the other members of the institute? We are breaking up during this engagement. That is from CPA Steve. Is it really our internet? Have we been breaking up really? Can somebody give us feedback there? Have we been breaking up? Have we been breaking up? I would want to hear from you. No, they're saying we are okay. Sorry, maybe CPA Steve, it could be from your side. So we have 𝗟𝗘𝗥𝗬𝗜 Meriti saying, CPA Mary Mwaki, you have my vote. Great, we're almost there. I'm just taking up questions here. We pray for you, CPA Mary.
Thank you so much.
Clear. Yes, breaking up a lot. I don't know. Loud and clear. Okay, no. You are audible. Congratulations, CPA Mwaki. You are on point.
Thank you.
It has been okay. Somebody is saying, count my vote.
Thank you.
Very clear. There was no break. Okay. CPA Mwaki, you also have my vote. And then we have an iPhone user bringing up some great questions here, saying that, let me just have to read this very well. Continuous professional development. Yeah. Not this one. There is somebody who has asked about how I wish I had some great ninja here reading for me. Dancing RCM style for CPA Mary Mwaki. Matthew Lokuyang, we are waiting. Congratulations, CPA Mwaki.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
There is one that I would want to read here that is not coming out very well. Okay. I have to read this. I don't agree with you on many things. On the CPD, just a minute. On the CPD, this was raised last by the former chairman, Kai, but unfortunately there is nothing that happened like that. So perhaps he's trying to put up the point that there are people who will come and campaign, and then at the end of the day, they sail through, and then they forget on their promises. I think she has answered that. I mean, the best thing here, before even she responds to this, RCM as a platform, and you can see now, we are also investing in our podcasts. We shall be able to have a very, very big podcast for accountants to also be hearing from us. So CPA Mary, if she wins, we shall be able to hold her accountable by bringing her here exactly after 6 months. And then we shall be able to look at, you told us this, what have you been able to do that? Will you be able to come when you call you?
Yes.
She will come.
Yes.
She will come. She will come. All right. We call it Beauty with Brains. Go, CPA Mwaki from CPA Caroline Okato. Unfortunately, the husband is around, which is really very good. These are the kind of people we like. They're accompanying. I mean, she's being accompanied by family to this kind of events. That is really great.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we should be able to release this lady who has had a big day, a long day. Remember, we are just from the ICPAK's interview, which took about 2.5 hours.
Yes.
And now here we are. I think it can only be fair if we release her. If you have any questions, what do you have to tell them?
Members, I'm offering myself to you for election. Vote change. I'm offering experience, commitment, and a clear plan. Together we can build a bigger ICPAK and a better ICPAK. Vote the 𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗐𝗬. Vote CPA Mary Mwaki Masinde. Thank you so much.
All right. Now, from these great presentations, I don't know how you'll rate her. I don't know how you'll rate her. Will you be able to vote for her? I don't know. I'm just getting feedback. Will you be able to vote for her? I can see Rispa there. All right. I'll vote for you. Yes. And then remember, of course, anybody who comes for interviews here at RCM Studios, those should be good people. Anybody who comes around here and you are able to hear how they have articulated their issues, you should be able to support them as RCM family. We are so many. Look at our groups of those who are ICPAK members. We are running into 3,000 or even 5,000. Those groups, I haven't counted them, but I'm so sure it's a big number of our alumni. So if you feel that she has given you great content, then please ensure that you not only vote for her, but also campaign for her aggressively. Otherwise, I would want to take this opportunity to wish you well, to wish you all the best. Thank you so much, CPA Mary, for volunteering to lead. We are about 40,000 members, but how many of them are volunteering to go and lead us? Only 3. So you get this kind of, a person who is that strong, we need really to applaud her and vote for her. Otherwise, thank you so much for also attending this event in big numbers.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Are you able to show them using this camera how our studio looks like? They need to see our studio. Just one camera. I don't know how you'll be able to do it, because I want them to come to this studio to also tell us their stories. You can just swing around. You can pan around. Yeah, they need to see how we are. Oh, it's quite heavy. We shall overcome. So they can't see the one behind, right? They can, Yeah, this is RCM for you. Remember, in terms of students, right now we have passed the 6,000 mark training CPAs. All right? So meaning that in the near future, we shall be amongst the very biggest if you are not already the biggest. And we would want to have a voice, like the voice that we have at ICPAK. That's why we are going out of the way to invest in this kind of infrastructure to ensure that RCM students will be able to have a voice, and the college itself shall be able to have a voice. Thank you so much, Speaker. Yeah, if you can just lift it up a little bit high, they'll be able to see now RCM. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, I think that is good enough. At least they've been able to see what we are doing around here. We have, I can assure you, a very good studio. A very, very good studio. Otherwise, thank you so much. We are looking forward to meeting you again for this kind of interviews with other candidates if they will be willing to join. But at least for now, who do we have? We have CPA Mary Mwaki, who has been able to come and sit down with the RCM ICPAK community. Thank you so much. Be blessed. And am I saying best of luck? May you be voted in.
Amen.
You have my vote from 𝗠𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗬𝗓. Thank you so much. Amen. Bye. Now we need to close the meeting. Bye-bye. All right. Cheers. Thank you so much. All right.